Hello everybody, and welcome to a preview video of this War of Mine. This game, man, has been something I've been watching for a very long time, as both a fan of storytelling games as well as survival games. I actually got to try this game out for a little while at PAX Prime a couple months back now, or a month back now, and what I got to play was effing awesome. So this War of Mine is basically the story of survivors in a war-torn city. War has come to X city. I don't know if there's actually a particular city that they're setting it in. And their buildings are run over, soldiers run the streets, this, that, and the other. And you are in control of a set of civilians in a house. And you are tasked with surviving day to day. That means getting food from other buildings. That means dealing with survivors that may come to your door either for good reasons, nefarious reasons, or sometimes nefarious reasons under the guise of being a good person. You have to build reinforcements. You have to set watches. You have to, and by I mean watches, I mean like a watch overnight to see if anybody comes. You have to determine who's going to sleep in maybe the only one bed that you have for that night, guaranteeing at least one of them will have a good night's sleep while the other two make do on the floor, or other three, depending on how many people you have. And all this being told with the backdrop of a modern war to create this absolutely emotional struggle that these people have to go through makes for an incredibly engaging game. I was lucky enough where the devs hooked me up with an early trial of the game. I believe it's only the first 12 days of the war. We're going to be playing a little bit. If I make it through 12 days, so be it. If not, so be it. And I just want to explore how the game works, introduce it to you guys, and kind of show you why I'm excited for this game. Now, I debated doing a full-on Judge Mathis for it, but I don't think the game is ready for that yet. I want to wait for the game to be officially out before I show you or do a Judge Mathis on this game. So let's go ahead. Let's hit that survive button. And let's see what happens. And what we actually end up starting with. I'm not sure if the survivors are randomly generated early. These days, war can break out at any time, anywhere. And ain't that the truth. If your city gets under siege, you're not prepared for it. I mean, it's hard to be prepared for it unless you're one of those end of the world preppers. So day one. Fuck the war. It's a very simplistic looking game too, and you're going to notice that the controls are going to be pretty simplistic as well. From my understanding, it is a mobile game as well as a PC game, so they have to make it kind of compatible with the mobile devices. At the same time, it's still pretty complex. So we have 3 survivors, it looks like, in a pretty big house. The house not being, the best looking of the houses I've ever seen in my life. And we have 3 people around it. How long has the siege lasted? It's hard to say when every day is a struggle for survival. The city is crawling with snipers. Almost every night there is a shelling. Phones are not working. There is a shortage of food and meds, and many people are left homeless. Bruno and Marco have always been good friends, so when the war broke out, they decided to stick together. They met Pavle while scavenging for supplies. Used to be Pogorin's star football player. I'm assuming they mean like soccer, as us Americans know it. Now he's just another homeless victim of war. So they teamed up, hoping for the best. We found shelter. War has driven us from our homes, took away everything, fleeing the slaughter. We meet by chance, taking shelter in this battered building. So we can actually take a look. There are other. These are the statistics of the 2 people that we have. We have 3 people. This must be bad statistics. So these 2 people, Pavle. It seems that Pavle is starting to feel a bit unwell, so he's getting sick, and Bruno got slightly wounded. Unfortunate. So, we'll pause it real quick. So, as you can see, there's going to be little icons all over the map. Each one of these things is going to determine certain things. For instance, if I click on this right here, he's going to start moving the rubble and searching through the rubble to get through it. If I click on this icon right here, they will start getting rid of the rubble so they can get over here and scavenge. One of the big things you're going to want to do early on is scavenge through the house. Now, if we take a look, we can actually take... it looks like those are the only 2 that are hurt. But they all have their own personal good stats as well. So Pavle is a really fast runner, so he might be a good scavenger at night. Bruno's a good cook, so if we get enough supplies, it might be good for him to cook. And Marco is a skilled scavenger, so sending him out on scavenge runs might be good too. It's 6:50 a.m. Time ticks by in 10-minute ticks every few seconds. This is the temperature, day 1. What we have for things, as you can see, we don't have anything. And we can hit end the day anytime we want. So let's start doing some basic searching. So we're going to have Bruno right here. He's going to start going through this, and he's going to start looking around. I don't know if it takes too much. It looks like we were able to get whatever. This is a lockpick, so we'll go ahead and add that if we found that. We also found some materials. So we're going to take these materials, and this is going to help us build things. We found a little bit of clean water, which is awesome. And then it looks like we did find some wood as well. So all these things will be used to upgrade the house itself. We'll send him over there to take care of that. And it's going to be a little bit jarring. One of the things I don't necessarily like playing it on the PC, everything is, as far as I can see, mouse controlled completely. To move around, I have to click and drag. I don't like that too much. But for now, let's see. Can we actually get him through here? Yes. So he's going to take some time to bust through that door. And we're going to find a bunch more materials. So we're just going to go ahead and... I should have just grab all, but it's fine. So he's going to bust through there. And let's send him up here to start moving that. Now down here, this guy hasn't been doing anything. So let's take a look. Our things, I wonder if it's automatically shared. It looks like everything's auto-shared. So we can use this to upgrade the house and use this to do other things. We'll look at that later. We're not going to do that too much right now. So he's scavenged through. And it looks like we have another exit we can get through right now. Possibly. Nothing else we can do there. And this is our front door. So let's send him... Oh, looks like he found some stuff. What is this? Herbs. Various herbs that can be used for making herbal medications and roll-up cigarettes. Got it. Parts and electronic parts. Okay, that's good. We'll go ahead and grab that. We'll see what we can do with them later. For now, we'll send him here. And I guess we'll send him... Oh. I don't like how it... That's another thing. I'm going to say I don't like how it recenters like that. That's actually kind of annoying. Just pop up the menu. Don't recenter me on the other player. So let's send him down here. A few improvements can be made, and it can be made livable. So we're talking about here. So let's get him down here, and we'll start having him bust through into this door. Oh, that was a creepy blink. So he's still clearing out the rubble. It's going to take a while. And now we're going to have him start moving this out of the way. And here looks like we found a bunch of stuff, so let's grab it all. He's going to do that. Let's have him break that door down. We'll keep this fully zoomed out. As zoomed out as I can keep it anyway. If only he had a shovel. I wish he had one, sir. Let's go ahead and have him bust through this and take us scavenging over here on this desk. We'll go ahead and grab all. We'll go ahead and open this up. And then once we get through some of these areas, once they're done clearing, we do a little bit more searching. I'll show you how the upgrade works. How we can do some upgrades in this shiz. Alright. So what do we got? We got a little bit of raw food. Some more herbs. What was that? Good book. Good book is uplifting. The more of them we have, the better. If times are hard, we can make them into fuel for our heater and stove. Okay. Let's send this guy. He's a good cook. I don't know if we can actually do any cooking yet, but let's send him down here, and we'll take a look at what these two tabs do. I can't remember what does what, so I'm going to be clicking on them just to see how it works. I know they both have to do with upgrades of the house, obviously. I don't remember exactly what they do. And it looks like he will finish first, so we'll send him over here once we have the opportunity. And every so often, we're going to get people that come at the front door. So, here's how this all works. We can make beds. This is the simple workshop. This is going to allow us to make beds, chairs, a simple heater, which is incredibly useful. We could prepare fuel for it. And then a radio. It would be great to be able to listen to the news weather forecast. It'll help with dealing with hardships. That'll use both of our electrical components. Or we could build workshops, which would allow us to build a crude stove, which would help us cook food, which would be awesome. We'll have ourselves a moonshine still, so alcohol. Metal workshop, which would help us clear rubble. Rainwater collector, which I think might be necessary. And then we have some consumables. So a homemade single filter to purify rain still or distill alcohol. So if we want to make a rain collector, making this is going to be imperative. Now, I'm curious. It doesn't take much to make it. So I'm curious how long it would before it's used up. They are consumable, so it's probably a one-time use. And then we can make fuel out of our books, out of some of our supplies and all that stuff. All right. So we will make, first and foremost, we're going to make this. So let's have him make, it's going to take an hour to do it, but let's get this made. I think rainwater collector is one of the earliest, best things you can do. So let's go ahead. Drag and place on an empty destination. So we could put it here. All right, so we can actually move it around and actually put it somewhere. It doesn't have to be anywhere in particular, I'm assuming. So we could put it here. This kind of like puts it, okay, so it's like the pipe outside. Do we want it in the kitchen? Does that make sense in the kitchen? We could put it in the, you know, it won't put it in the kitchen. We can put it in the kitchen. Let's go ahead and place the water thing. Oh, you know what? The stove's going to go in the kitchen. But I do want to keep it somewhere relatively useful. Or close by, rather. Not useful. Well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and put it here. Let's go ahead and put it... I'm so indecisive. I wish there was a better place we could put it. Really? I can't put it there? We'll put it there. So he's going to go up there and start doing that. While that's happening, these guys are going to continue scavenging. It's going to take them an hour to build it. Totally fine. Having water... If survival games have taught me anything, having water is hugely important. So this guy's going to bust through here, and we can have him scavenge that right away. All right, and we're going to get... What is this? A jewelry. A piece of jewelry. Valuable bartering item. Let's grab it. That's going to be help to do some trading, because there is going to be trading with other survivors at some point in the game. He's almost done too, which is great. I want to start clearing this rubble because this is double blocking whatever's back here. So this, if I click this, I don't know what that does. Clean water. Some relatively clean water. You'll need it to prepare a good meal. So we need to build a filter. All right, so we'll send him back down here and we'll build some filters, I guess. You could use some bandages. I don't think we have any. Actually, let's click on this first. Let's see what this is. Improvement. Enables the manufacture of more sophisticated items and appliances. So this is just straight up improve our household. So with more gear pieces, we can actually make improvements on the household. Let's make a filter for now. All right, so he's done. Let's get him unlocking this. I don't know if that'll use my last pick. I don't know if actually unlocking things uses up picks. We'll take a look. All right, what do we got? We got a bandage, so that's good. We need that. So that's something we're gonna have to send here. So he's slightly wounded. That's we'll have him do that. If we double click on something, by the way, he'll run to it. I just realized and forgot that that's something that you could do. So he's let's see. So we can take some of the water that we have with a filter. We can go ahead and make water. Clean water, it looks like. Okay. Interesting. Still learning. So where can I search that he hasn't searched yet? Let's go ahead and have him tear this down. So that's going to take time to purify, it looks like. Let's send him down here and see what else we can do. What else we can make. If we could make a stove, that would be great. Or even a mini heater of some sort. So that's fuel. We could make a crude stove, which just burn some fuel and make... it would use up most of our building materials. Or we could start making a bed. I think getting a bed is going to be really good. Offers a decent sleep without back pain, no matter if it's night or day. I'm thinking getting a bed up and running is going to be important. But food might be even more important. I don't know. And this is where a lot of the gameplay mechanics are really going to start forcing you to make difficult decisions. What's more important? Making sure our guys are energized and well rested to continue doing work? Or get stoves up so we can cook our food and not have to eat raw food, which could offset possibly getting sick from eating raw food. I think our best option is going to be making this, which is going to go right in the kitchen. So he's going to go make that. Home improvements all along. And then we'll put bandage on him. This guy is taking a while to clear through this rubble. It might just be his stats. And now we are officially entering the night. So nighttime is a bit different. Here's how this works. Nighttime is when you choose what you want each person to do. In fact, this reminds me a little bit of the Z Diaries or something like that. I remember it was a game I played a long time ago. You decide who's going to sleep, who's going to guard, who's going to scavenge kind of thing. The house was like a fortress, high walls, alarms, and a family armed to the teeth, trembling. It didn't help them. So, all right. This is our home. And we're going to have the slightly sick guy sleep. We're going to have the skilled scavenger go out and scavenge. And we're going to have the good cook, he's going to guard. That's how this is going to work, period. At least for the first night. So then we're going to pick where do we want him to go. We can go to a place that has lots of food, huge amounts of materials, some meds, weapons, and parts. A ruined villa that is going to have some food, a bunch of stuff, and caution is advised, which means there could be people there. Or a shelled school, which also caution is advised. I'm thinking we'll go to the safe place first and grab what we can. So we'll go ahead and click that, and we'll prepare. Then we got to decide what we want him to bring with him. Unfortunately, we don't have much we want to take with him. If we drag down, there's really nothing we could take here. I'd rather keep it fully open and take what we can while we're there. So let's go ahead and send him in. So scavenging is going to work much like the daytime phase has happened. Must be in a hurry. There's still a lot of stuff left. So we can choose to scavenge or fight. I have never gotten to a fight in this game. I don't know if we will. But now you kind of play this like a pseudo stealth game. Now there's a fog of war. And you need to figure out what's going on. So what's this? Looks like we're going to scavenge out here first. And there's going to be lots of stuff. Pistol shells. I'm going to take the supplies first because we need that the most. And now we'll leave these behind. Gunpowder and stuff could be useful. Maybe we'll come back and grab it after. But since we're very limited in what we can take, I want to make sure we're getting the necessary stuff. So we have two options. We can just open the door or we can look. So let's look through the door first. And the longer he looks, the more you're going to see. Alright, so that's that. So let's put him down here and see what's down here. Going through the basement might be our best bet. This is actually blocked, so we'll do this first. Since he's a skilled scavenger, I assume that means a lot of quick stuff. So what is this? Homegrown tobacco. Homegrown tobacco for making roll-up cigarettes. Not as good as the real thing, but we can grow it. But we can grow it ourselves. That might be good. We're gonna grab this first. Weapon parts. Well, I want the electronics. Fertilizer, so we can maybe grow some stuff. I'm not gonna take the drugs there, but I'm gonna take that. The weapon parts, at least. So let's head back up, and let's go in the front door. We'll double check again to make sure nobody's actually kind of shown up at the front door. I didn't mean to double click there. Looks like we're good, so we'll go ahead and... It's barred from the other side. We might not even be able to get in. We might be completely unable to get in. Oh, okay, we can actually come through here. Okay, so this is the side that was barred. He is fast. Taking Marco out is going to be good. The sad thing about taking Marco, though, is that he's not going to be available to get a good night's sleep. So let's actually pop this sucker open. Got a couple things we can look through. I don't know what this means. We'll take a look at that. Canned food, absolutely. More parts. Alright, we only have one slot left. So let's make sure it's, like, worth taking. And we can always come back here and... There's a noise coming from there. That's what that means. We can always, more wood. Come back another night. But I want to come up here, and I want to see if I can see through that door first. Also, let's see what this does. Family photo of parents and two daughters. Good that the girls don't resemble their father. He looks like a bear. So that is a wild animal making noise. That's fine. We'll go ahead and scavenge up. Sugar. Raw food. So we'll take the other canned food. See, this is important. This is food and a lot of water, too. I might drop something here. I might drop the fertilizer for now and come back for it, and we'll take the water. Again, tough decisions. And we're just going to leave. We'll come back for the rest another time. What we'll do, though, is unbar the front door so that the next time we decide to come, it shouldn't be too difficult. So we'll break open here. And we should just be able to bounce out, and we'll go. Have him run. Out we go. Marco is back. And that's how that's going to go. Day 2. So that's your typical day-to-day. Now, you can imagine, as time goes on, it's going to become more and more difficult. As, you know, I found plenty of really fine stuff. What a night. That's good. As you know, you run out of supplies and stuff. That's just going to become more and more difficult. I can't click past that. It's doing its own thing. Marco's been searching for supplies and brought home some interesting things. He sure did. Now, did I make the stove? He did not. He slept poorly, he's hungry, and he's slightly sick. So let's go ahead and let's continue getting this done. Let's go ahead and get him bandaged up because he's slightly wounded. And then this guy, who's hungry and tired, let's get him down here and clearing some stuff out. I mean, we can't really rest too much. Once the stove is cooked, we'll cook some raw food up. Is he the good cook? He is not. He's the good cook. And have him come down here. Maybe we can use some of those supplies. So he's now going to be healed up. It's unfortunate it's our only bandage. But he is... Let's go ahead and have him cooking some food. Since he is a good cook. Alright, let's see what we can do. So we can make... We can fully improve our thing. One improved workshop will be made. I'm not going to do that yet, though. I am going to start building some other things. So we already have a stove, which is great. I'm thinking now that we have a stove and some water, some beds are going to be necessary. So let's start getting some beds. I think basement is a good place to get beds down. So let's get that going. Because now we'll at least have somebody, whoever's resting, sleeping well. Hopefully. And we've had no visitors show up so far. Which is exciting. Alright, this is going to be cooking. He needs fuel. He needs 3 fuel, it looks like. What is this? So this is a simple cooked meal, more nutritious than raw food. It's better with vegetables. So it's going to use 1. Is it only 1? Or what is this? Alright, let's send him down here. We'll have him making... We'll get some fuel going out of the wood that we ended up getting. So far, so good. Fingers crossed that this food is going to fill up most of our dudes here. So, I do want to make... We'll make 3, so we can make 3 meals for now. Let's go ahead and make 3 fuel. Yeah, we're working on the food. Yeah, and again, temperature's going to drop. There is cold weather and stuff that's going to happen, so getting a heater up and running is going to be imperative too, which we can do. So he is hungry and slightly sick still. Let's go ahead and cook him. So we can actually sleep now. He's not tired. I guess he slept poorly, but he's not tired. I want to go back up here. Let's get this going. Perfect. We can make 3, so let's make 3. He's a good cook, so people will be able to eat some delicious food. And we have canned food, too, which is going to be useful. So we'll get a heater up and running. So where do the meals go, out of curiosity, after they're cooked? Not that. This. Not that. This. There we go. Get a simple heater running. We're going to be running out of fuel soon if we keep using our wood. Could just make another bed. That's going to take most of our wood, so we have 1 bed that's going to have to be enough. Allows us to make tools such as shovels for clearing rubble, crowbars for breaking, and knives for self-defense. Later we could use it to build more advanced tools or even repair firearms. That's going to be so useful too. What do I do? What do I make? Are we really worried about being cold yet? Like, we have to make one or the other purely because of how many supplies we don't have. Let's make a heater. Let's go ahead and place the heater there. So he's done. Marco is officially tired. He's been exhausting himself moving this all around. Our meals are almost done. We'll have him grab 1 meal. And he's no longer tired, so that's good. He is Oh, he's no longer hungry. No longer tired, rather. The question is... Yeah, let's get him getting rid of this then. And getting into here and searching this. It sucks that they're tired, but they're going to have to deal with it for now. So he's done. Let's have him go eat now that he's good. Once he's done doing this, he'll be able to eat as well. I presume this door is locked. Alright, there's nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. So we need a crowbar so we can get into the rest of this house. Alright. Slightly sick, slept poorly, but he's not tired. And there's really not much he can do right now. We just need more supplies. Yeah, I think he's going slower because this guy's tired. So we can have him go sleep. I want to see if we can make another bed here. Can we make another bed? We can't make anything. We're just out of supplies. Dude, please. I'm begging you. Have something good. No! Shit. Alright, well, we're out of things to search, so we have to go straight to night at this point. I should have had my... Well, he's a fast runner. Is this our scavenger? Unfortunately, I would like him to sleep, if I can. So he's gonna rest a bit. I don't know how long he can stay there. I need him to scavenge, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to end the day. So who's gonna sleep? The sick guy's gonna sleep. So we got sleep in bed. He's gonna sleep in the bed. He's gonna sleep as well. No, he's gonna sleep. He's gonna sleep in the bed. And he's gonna go scavenge. He's hungry too. We'll go back in here and see if we can get more stuff. Has no more food. We should have enough food to get through one more day. So we'll prepare and just send him off. He's gonna be tired, but hopefully he'll be all right. And let's hope there's nobody here. Now I don't know if it can be like that. I don't know if other people can show up. All right, so we have a wild animal in here, so things can change. That's good to know. We will take all these supplies because we need them badly. Same thing with food. All right. Well, there's no food. Oh, well, never mind. I'm done. I guess we'll take sugar. Some veggies. Herbs. And we'll leave the fertilizer for now. We'll take a quick look. Looks like it's just the rat again. Keep going through. I don't know what this is. Hopefully it's not like a dead body or something. Another vegetable. Oh, no, it's just... I keep looking at the wrong thing. More supplies, though. Still got 3 slots open. Is it gonna be good? And there's still nobody in here, which is good. And more supplies, which is what I was hoping for. I'm gonna drop the herbs. And I think that's all I'm gonna drop for now. Again, we can come back tomorrow, but let's take a look and make sure everything's good. I know this says, on the first day they robbed us, 2 days later they murdered our girls. I shot every one of them, but I don't want to use this gun anymore. It's broken and buried in the backyard. The next part looks shaky. If you're reading this, don't look for me. Oh, that sucks. That is not okay. That's sad. Wow, that is really sad. Could grab that bandage. I might drop some of the sugar, actually, and grab the bandage. The sugar... it's just for fermentation. Not useful for me right now. Let's go ahead and check in here. Then we'll just leave. More gun parts, but I want this instead. The gear is useful. Well, we don't have the tools yet. We'll hopefully build a workshop for it. If we can get more gear things, I'd be happy. Not gonna happen. Alright. Alright, let's get out of here. The in and out. We made it, Marco. Congratulations, you made it back. What is it? Day 3? Hopefully the guy who got to sleep on the bed is feeling good. I'm gonna have Marco take the day off, and I'll maybe do like Marco sleeps during the day, scavenges at night, while the other two do the opposite. Alright. I think that's probably our best bet, all honesty. At least they both slept, which I'm happy about. Alright, so he's super tired. I'm gonna have him sleep, and we're gonna move them out. All this shelling, sniper fire, and lack of supplies makes you want to hide away, sit down and cry, but we cannot let them crush our spirit. We have to show them that we can take away our dignity. It's difficult here, but how did we... But you know how we did it on the street? Alright. So it looks like some bios get upgraded over the time, like maybe their personalities have an effect and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and see if we can make anything good. So now we can make a new tool shop. We can get a moonshine still if we really wanted one. Maybe another bed might be in order, though our wood supply is still very, very low. I'm thinking making this is going to be... It's going to be necessary. So let's make this right there. And, you know, I'm thinking this is a good place to stop a preview. Maybe we'll do like another episode continuing the days, but this is just, we'll call the preview episode. I'm curious what you guys think of the game. This is something I'm really excited for and something I'm going to be playing whether on camera or off. This war of mine really was kind of one of my shining moments at PAX Prime. It's just pure survival in a war-torn setting, something we don't get very much of, and there's a real true emotional kind of snatch at you. And the art style, though basic, works. This little kind of sepia grainy overlay they have over everything, you know, most people would be like, oh, you know, brown, but I think because of the mood that they're trying to set, brown really works. It's supposed to feel dreary. It's supposed to feel depressing. Not a lot of bright, shiny colors, especially with smoke and gunfire and all this stuff happening throughout the city. It's not supposed to be a happy time. So this kind of grim overlay they've put over everything works for me. I like it. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments below what you think of this, and hopefully you'll see more in the future. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Come on!